What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to my Saturday night stream. I'm gonna give it a few moments for everybody to hop in. We're gonna go over some Bitcoin. We're gonna go over some stocks. We're gonna go over some other cryptos. I will talk about my plan over the last couple days and what I've been doing, and yeah, we'll get into it. Just gonna give it a few moments. Everybody get in. Let me just get this out to my Discord. Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. Just bear with me and we'll get started. Man, I hope you guys are having a good night tonight. I was actually supposed to be celebrating my birthday tonight, but I actually work tomorrow, so I couldn't really go out and actually have fun. So tonight I just ate food, ate some cake, and some other things. I'm gonna probably go out with friends or something, probably on Monday night or Sunday night. I'm off Monday, Tuesday, so I'm excited about that one. Alright, so I think we should be good to go and get things going. People can come on as they go. So first things first, Bitcoin. I think I've been saying to everybody for quite some time, this 888 level is a very big important thing for us. Another big issue was I was really looking for a clear over 9K or that 888 level. And when I mean a clear, I meant more than 3 candles over. We had one good candle. We had a good run for it. I thought we were going to go through. Even over here, we tapped the 20 SMA, but we failed to break over the 20 SMA and came right back down. It doesn't mean we're completely out of moves for bulls. Until we break the cloud base, we're still okay. I mean, it can still tap down here, maybe even wick down into it. As long as it pops up and starts going. The minute we see this cloud closing, that's when I would start worrying. And when I mean cloud closing, I'll explain to you for the people who do, for the most part, understand Ichi. So the things that you want to look for here are the fact that you're seeing the Kijun and the Tenkan getting really close to each other, and the one thing I stress to you guys all the time, which I say combined with Ichi, is the Bollinger Band middle line, which is the 20 SMA. It's cutting through the Tenkan. It's about to cut through the Kijun. That typically means that price isn't going to stay good. So once this cloud starts to go like this, it's because the cloud is going to start to close. That's when things are going to go bad news bears. Because that's what's going to end up happening to the clouds. By that point, you'll probably see price action around here, if not a little pop-up over here. The thing that can recover this now is, let's just say we do end up seeing price action go, hey, from down here, pop back over, and we go do something like this. And I don't know what'll happen there yet, but that's as far as I can think. At that point, you would want the cloud to start opening up upwards. That would mean we're going to keep going up and attack this zone again. So currently, it's just, I'm going to look to buy a dip, but currently I'm still holding the same short I was holding. I didn't have any reason to break out of it or get out of it. So we're back in profit. We had a day or two of drawdown. Not that big of a deal. So we're back in play. Right now, let's zoom in and see a little bit more about Bitcoin. Yo, thank you everybody for joining tonight. Let me go open up my Twitch. I don't have that open. Yo, if you guys could retweet this, let everybody know. Let your fams know. Children. Okay. So 1 hour looks completely wrecked, but the good thing about the 1 hour is that looks like a clear BART. So as of right now, the first thing I'd be looking for is, hey, are we going to be looking to break down here, or are we going to be shooting back up to here? So those are the two levels I'm looking at, would be something down here around the 8680 level. Are we going to go ahead and attack once more before we break down further, or are we going to go ahead and get ready to move up and at least move up to 9,000 again, or back to that 88 level? So once we get back up to there, that's where I'll look to add a little bit more to my short. There's really not too much going on. Any kind of longs that I open up on Bybit are stupid small high leverage ones, so they're really not that exciting. I kind of miss some of them too. So that's what Bitcoin. It's not really out of its bullish trend. I mean, it doesn't make it bearish. Let me just zoom into here. Bear with me. So this weekly, yikes, Saturday. Yeah, This is just bad. It's trying to hold over the 20 SMA on the weekly, so as long as we can get back into the clouds and we can build some sort of support over here above the clouds or inside the clouds, then I would say 100% that this is going to be hitting 11K no problem. If for some reason we get a rejection or we get more of a failed candle, I would say just like 888, the next level would be 777. And 777, even though it sounds a little weird and funny, it meets up with a lot of other areas. So here's 777. You have a tap on 777 from around this area. That's where I'd be drawing my line. I have multiple areas of confluence over here, here, taps. Great. So that would be the next line if we end up failing, which if we broke that, that's where I'd be a little bit worried. So I'm not worried right now. Let me get into my Twitch. Okay, I should just open it on my phone. Hang on. Make sure you guys are able to hear me and it's not. If you guys got any altcoins that you guys need checking on or any kind of stocks. Right now with Bitcoin, the only things that are moving are shitcoins, guys. Check this one out. Have a bag. I've been watching it all morning for it to break out. This bad boy's gonna break out really nicely. Check this out, okay? This is just a 4-hour chart. This shit's been tanking on KuCoin. It's not on CoinMarketCap, not on CoinTrader Pro. So I am really looking forward to this thing popping. I think I have Twitch open now. Hold on. Oh, there you go. I can see everybody's comments now. Yeah, thank you. Don't worry about me. Yeah, everything's good this time. Yeah, RSR, we'll definitely check it. Yo, Amira. Trump coin. Well, yes, we will definitely check Trump coin. We have a big game plan for next week. For options, man, I have been absolutely killing it. I got wrecked in January, not even gonna lie. I lost a good bit of money in January, so was a little disappointing. Luckily, I had crypto as a backup, and I'm not retarded, so I did pretty good in this month. I've done so good. That's it. I'm like kind of nervous right now because I'm to the point where I'm like at peak profit, and it's like I should probably cash out and sit out. So next week is going to be super important. We've already tanked so much with Legacy right now that it's like, hey, if I'm aiming for downside, I better be damn sure I'm aiming for downside properly because I'm just going to end up getting wrecked again. So I think it's coming down to a point where unless things continue to look worse with the economy, and when I mean economy, mostly just concerned about this flu stuff, not because I'm concerned about it in particularly, more so because it's growing slowly in America. I can't imagine like when if we have a map of red dots on America as far as the case goes, deaths and everything. Once it starts getting more red, I'm sure panic and stuff is going to set in for stock markets, and there's definitely going to be ETFs and things that are going to be getting wrecked. So, yeah, we'll go over that in just a moment. You guys are going to get me lost in conversation, but, okay, so there's that shitcoin. There's this one I tweeted about this morning. Let's see where this one's at. Alright, this one's struggling a little bit, so I don't mind holding this one. So I have a bids down below just in case. DNA. I mean, I would do your own research on looking them up, but I'm looking up like shit coins that my friends suggest to me or that sound interesting, or I don't know, that I think might end up getting on another exchange. So yeah, let's check RSR real quick since I keep tagging everybody's Twitters with RSR tags. We'll check Bitcoin pairing. Man, RSR USD. Oof, lads. Let me just show you guys something. The steak, I can't wait to cook it after the stream. I was gonna cook it earlier, but I had just worked out, drank all my protein shakes and all that stuff, and I was like full of like liquids. So I'll be hungry after this stream. Lads, I'm gonna do the same thing with another coin soon. This was for a short Pragmatic. For RSR. And I told you guys if you wanted to be D-Gens, you guys could definitely be D-Gens and play it through. Where are we sitting with RSR on this chart? Man, right at the top, nailed it. It's been going down. See, that's the one thing I look at. I like playing reactionary zones. If you can figure out where the price ends up consolidating and where the best spot for it to consolidate, on top of finding regular levels based off of like candle bottoms, wicks, whatever it is. If you can find those zones, you can find reactionary levels which you can play at. So as of right now for RSR, it just seems like, hey, this is all that's going to be happening for RSR. It's very easy if I can find where these tools are. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe RSR goes a little bit higher, but right now RSR is following the path of, hey, I'm going to go down. So, reactionary zone over here. We'll look for some sort of reaction there. Last zone would be down over here. That's where I would really want to be playing RSR. If it breaks underneath there, then we'll have to worry a little bit. But that leaves us so many days to the downside. I don't believe it'll get to the downside. And especially if it comes through with some kind of news. I had not looked at CHZ, but I know Pierre was really on top of that. So I would definitely follow Pierre and check his feed on that one. But here, let's check it though. Ew. What is this ugly chart? Yeah. I mean, it looks nice in the sense of volume, and I mean, I don't know what it's trying to do here. Maybe let me check the USD pair. That's kind of nasty looking. USD pair. Man, this. So, the way my mind works when I see this, I don't know what the hell it's doing, but I do know one thing. With all this volume and green and price action not really breaking highs, not really breaking lows, I'm going to say this bad boy is going to be ripping sometime soon. So, disgusting chart, but it shows a lot of potential for blowouts. So, the way I'm also going to look at this is, let's see. Alright. So, we're going to do this by ranges. That's how we're going to do it. Alright, we're going to start off by this range based off the candle body base top over there. And we're going to go ahead and set it to here. That's going to be the up... well, we'll adjust that in a moment. That's the upper zone for now. We need the lower zone, which is this, based off the bottom of the wick, and candle lows over here. As well, actually, we can lower it perfectly down here because it matches up with this wick and this wick. So we'll call that the lower zone. The upper zone is a little bit fat, so we're definitely going to have to lower it up. I think, yeah, we could do that to be reasonable. So this should just give you guys an idea of like what goes through my mind whenever I'm looking at things that are odd like this that I can't really figure out, and I still do kind of want to trade because I know how crypto is. So you need to find yourself the ranges, whether it's upper, lower, whatever it is. Find yourself a pattern that's going on. So currently for me, this is the pattern. And some might ask, what are you doing, Ace? Well, guys, if you Google, you can find that what is going on is this is what's going on right now on the chart, okay? This is all I'm expecting price action to do is be inside of a triangle and go up, down, decision point. This is where we decide to do if we want to get in as a breakout trader. Or you can try to play down here and see if it breaks down further, or you can wait up top of it here and see if it goes through for the third time. I would personally want to wait until it gets down to the least the mid zone around here, and then judge, see if there's going to be some strength over here, and then play for the breakout to the top side. So it really all just depends on when we get to this point of price action, where Bitcoin's going to be at. If Bitcoin's going to be looking like it's going to be dumping past that 7.7 level, or if we've already reached that 7.7 level. If we've already reached that 7.7 level and we have price action around this area over here, I mean, that is the world's easiest. I'm all in. Even if you get stopped out. I mean, that's a little different, but I mean, at 777, I would expect a reaction with Bitcoin to jump up, meaning that you're going to be able to make money on Bitcoin bounces otherwhere. Even if you don't catch Bitcoin, things aren't always catching up with Bitcoin 100%. Set alerts on your phone. Wait for Bitcoin to pop up. Look for the majors that are lagging behind. There's definitely majors that lag behind. Now, if Ethereum and Litecoin move, you're gonna have to go down into it a little bit more. But you'll start seeing things pick up on volume. Every time price moves, start following volume monitors on Twitter. You'll start seeing things pop up early and early, and that'll keep something in your mind that, hey, that last Bitcoin move, I noticed these stickers pop up on that volume monitor. Are you going to pick up a You'll definitely pick up a pattern. I mean, I've been doing this for like 3 years now, and I know every time when certain coins start popping up, I'm like, all right, we're ready for the cycle. Um, Sorry, I'm just reading chat. I end up getting, I end up ignoring you guys because I talk too much. uh, Hang on, just want to check Periscope and make sure everybody in there's good. All right. Yeah, let's get going. So yeah, that's the thing with CHZ. I'd be looking for a reaction around the 20 SMA or at least around this point. That would be a buy box for me. Even if we can get a wick into here, that would still be considered a buy box. The horizontals mean more to me than the diagonal would, so the diagonal's okay breaking a little bit. But if the diagonal breaks and it breaks this green buy box over here, that's when it's bad news bears, and I got to figure out an exit plan right away. So Chili's is cool and all. I ended up missing the first couple moves. We'll try to play a breakout move. Let's go to stocks because now I'm itching to talk about stocks. Stocks, guys. So we did have an inside week last week. One of the things with this is we never ended up breaking the low over here from 28th. So that was a big issue on Friday. So with all our gaps down and with price action doing a diagonal like this, it was like almost clear as day that this was going to end up popping up. So we had a nice pop out of here. That's just common sense with SPY if you end up trading it. Last Apricot's really good at stuff like this. So if you do trade it frequently and solely just SPY, that's what I got started off with. You'll notice the patterns, and you can watch other things that are correlated with SPY that'll help you figure out, hey, is it going? Where is it going? So that's another one. So zoomed out all the way with SPY. Let's talk about the daily. So the daily 20 SMA is still bending. Our price action had a bearish retest over here. That was big, bearish retest. We're coming down. Now we really need to break down over here, or we're gonna end up seeing a bounce. See, what it looks like to me is probably gonna happen, which would make more sense because more people are probably piling on the shorts right now, and they're like, yeah, guys, let's go short. Options trader, anybody who's buying short, I'm like, so do not want to buy any kind of puts right now because all of my puts, for one, I'm in profit by like 3, 4, 700% on some things, and it's just like, well, if I'm going to be buying these puts, just last week they were priced at about 10 to 12 cents. They're sitting at about $1.20, $1.30. Hey, look, that one's at $2. No way would I, in my right mind, as an option trader, think, hey, I'm going to go ahead and buy 1 month calls out for something that's already up by the week by so much. So if you're understanding what I'm saying, that's why my logic says, hey, I really have to be careful with the puts that I have. The reason I still kept them open is A, because as I mentioned, I'm up so much on them that even if I do have a decay of my theta on there, I'll still be okay. I plan for profit moves of 40, 60, 90. If I hit anything over 100%, that's where I kick in, hey, what's my risk management plan or my take profit plan or whatever it is. So, yeah, what I think might possibly happen is possibly one more move up this way before we end up coming. We might even do this, okay? So, honestly, I think this is possible, and then come right around there. That's when we start going. And we'll start seeing this thing go like this, and then we'll see it bounce again, and then we'll see it go down to about this level, 273. I mean, there's a slight possibility it can go a little bit lower, and when I mean a little bit lower, I just mean this much. I don't mean all that much, okay? So we're just predicting it to go here, and then we're gonna see some sort of recovery from there. It can possibly go down to here. I'm not gonna say it can't go down to here, but there's just too many important levels at this area where I just don't see price action making it so easily over here. There has to be some kind of premium decay for the opposite direction. So we'll see. As of right now, I'm expecting a pop come Monday. We're gonna go ahead and judge positions a little bit better on Tuesday, and we will go from there. Yeah, retail is short, but also carrying a large premium. Yeah, man, it's just too expensive to be playing right now. Like, there's a couple things I can enter, but even them, like, even my metals plays, there's some things that I'm able to enter that are worthwhile, but they're really not. So I'm watching Dust because Dust has been getting really volatile with everything. So if you know how to play Dust and metals, just watch how metals are doing and if they're going to be looking like they're going to pump or if SPY is going to be bumping off of an important level and metals are stupid up. Like for example, let's see, gold over here. Let's just say this is the gold's top. Okay, this is pretty shitty of a wick. Let's just say it comes down to over here, and Tuesday we open up down here and start crashing. Great time to pick up Dust. I'm assuming GLD would respond the same way. Yep. So I am in GLD calls. I'm in GDX calls as well. These things, GDX is probably the best price right now. This was really expensive over here, and I was really sad because I let go of my calls over here. Then I ended up buying the dip down here, which I was sad because I couldn't sell over here the day when Robinhood let me down. But we're not gonna let them know. But I'm still hanging on to those calls that I couldn't sell, and I was so mad I couldn't sell. So those things are hella up right now. So where you notice that Friday when metals dumped extremely hard. The following Monday we saw the biggest single green day on SPY. I did not notice that, but typically coming into Mondays, I expect a green week unless there was some kind of nonsense going on Friday. And after like a week or two of downtrending, I would expect a green Monday for sure. So, plus they still cut rates. I mean, they cut them. I don't know, like if we was officially taken in effect or it's priced in or what it is. We still need to wait it out until Tuesday. At least for me, I'm gonna have to wait it out until Tuesday. But yeah, GDX looks really nicely priced right now. I mean, these things did pop up over here, but they're still reasonably priced depending on how far you go out. Nougat still priced nicely. I'm a little worried about silver, not gonna lie. Silver looks a little trashy right over here. So silver's trying really hard to hold these levels. If for some reason silver loses this black line, I think silver end up coming down to $15. I saw a lot of SLV puts coming through for $15, so that does worry me a little bit because $15 is down here, and I mean, it's not out of the ordinary for it to like come down to here, make another new lower low. I mean, that's a lot of sell volume down over here and not much buy volume back, and we have the 20 SMA still cutting. So really, really worried about silver. I would really love it to break over that dotted line so I can get in the profit. Please check out Bagsy's view on RSR. Yeah, let's go check on Mr. Bagsy. Let's check it. Bagsy. Oh, thank you, Bagsy. Actually, we'll do it an easier way. Bagsy. This is how you stalk people. Just kidding. He told me about that. March 4th. We played that bounce on 5K really nicely. Significant bullish divergence. Well, not if we fall down to 7K, it's not. So it all matters about the timing on RSR when it gets to this point. It really needs to break those higher structures, and he has it on BTC on Huobi, which we can go to. That was a 60-minute, 1 hour. Okay. I see what he's seeing. So if price action reaches up all the way to the clouds up here, what we'll see is we'll see price action break out a little bit, support test, and continue up. So it is highly possible that it'll do that. So I don't doubt it. It's just it's not going to if Bitcoin ends up coming down to here. So Bitcoin better end up reversing like very soon. I would say it needs to hold this level and not get any kind of candles below it. If it gets candles below it, I mean it's almost guarantees that you're definitely gonna hit 83. It's just a matter of is it gonna break 83? Is it gonna break the diagonal and continue lower? Oh, my mic's real quiet. Sorry, I had it sitting away. It should be plenty good now. Dude, you guys gotta tell me when my mics and stuff are like low. Alright, what else do I have? We can check out Huobi. Or KuCoin. Whatever this is. Alright. Bitcoin markets. This is not how you check Huobi. Or I keep calling it Huobi. KuCoin. KuCoin. Yo, do you guys have any like super shit coins? I'm talking things that are on like Trade Ogre. I know Zach's all about Trade Ogre coins. When you mean it hit the bottom of the correction, you mean on 5,000 over there? Let's check. I didn't change it yet. So Bagsy posted this on the 4th. His channel was at 5,000. So it did end up losing. No, wait. So it hasn't gone over the 5,000 level is the problem right now. So it's still trending over, and so right now in Bagsy's chart, I would say price action is probably right about there, right about there right now. So it's trying to get on over and do that support test and go back through. So, and it's in confluent with this too, so that's pretty cool because that's where 5K lies over here on this chart. And for me, what that indicates is, hey, we have the 20 SMA cutting through the 10 through the Tenkin. We have it cutting up still. Price action is riding it. So that means for me, hey, we're going to have a push through here, but we're going to have to see a support test go through and then price action go. And you're going to need the clouds to start closing up over here and start opening up a green one that ends up riding up. So that's my Ichi thing. So yeah, Bagsy's and I thing meets up. It's all on Daddy Bitcoin. We're going to be facing a lot of resistance up here. So with price action on Bitcoin looking a little shitty over here and RSR reaching high points up over here while Bitcoin's doing shit moves and the volume slow on this one, I mean, that's just not something I would be betting on. You'd really want to see some sort of movement or at least play like during a certain time period. Like right now, the only thing I would be wanting to play is, what day is it? Today's Saturday. Yeah, Bitcoin was really the only move for today. Now it's just judging the sensitivity tomorrow and then playing a move for Monday. Yeah, I don't like to risk. I'm really about risk management when I'm being safe, and RSR just doesn't meet my qualifications, especially for running up like this one. It's possible that this could be a bottom just because there's a wick over here. So we'll have to see. I gave everybody a plan on my Twitter if you guys wanted to play short-term RSR things. So if this green box holds or the 20 SMA holds, play along. If it doesn't, then play the reactionary zones. Let me see if I do have any crypto on here. Yeah, New is still going. Seal. Man, Seal is just fucking with me. I've been waiting for Seal to try to pop up for now. I've been like, I have this like loose stop over here. I think my stop's like down here. And then there's like a warning over here for like, Ace, what are you doing? So it hasn't really done anything yet. So I'm really curious what Seals does here. If it just like stops me out and I comes down here and I have to relong, or we moon. ETH USD rejected at the 20 SMA on the daily, and it's on this order block over here, implying a move at least down to 204. So ETH USD looks horrible. AGI, yo, man, I'm such a bag holder. I've been waiting for this thing to break this range for the longest time. It will break the range. RCN is another one. It will break this range. I've been waiting forever for RCN to flip. Once this thing flips, this thing is going to ride so fast. Let me go to RCN to where you guys would understand. RCN BTC. Where is BTC? Okay. Man, look at this. RCN is into the clouds. Maybe a 20 weekly SMA test to get in some more, but this implies some big moves once RCN breaks out. So RCN is a huge watch list one. I'm looking for this flip over here, and once this flip gets going, let's fucking go and make some money. What else do we have? RCN, Doge. Doge is some trash. It's right on support. If it loses support, it's being rejected by the 20 SMA. You will see Doge go lower. Litecoin. I don't like the weekly. That's really ugly. If it loses its 20 SMA, well, let's just say if it loses the 20 SMA, it'll be really bad because it doesn't look like anything else has lost the 20 SMA. But if we can reverse it, we have a diagonal over here for it. So unless this diagonal breaks, I think we should be okay. The one thing to worry about is the fact that there is still sort of a flag. So if we end up coming back down, there are much lower areas for Litecoin. Bcash, still in a short for this one. Not really too much there to go. It never ended up flipping back over at all. So that one's still sticking. Bitcoin's weekly looks bad. ZRX, well, pray to the gods that goes up. VeChain, 20 SMA still holding strong. Might be, actually might look for a bounce on this one next. VeChain entry, I'm looking probably around here for a reaction. Where's my water? Oh, let me grab my water. All right. RLC. Let's see. RLC is still going down. I do still stick with my with my target of higher for RLC. We did have a nice push on RLC, looking for another pop on this one. I forget what my target was for this one. I think I said $1 for this one in 2020. I'll have to go back to my predictions list, but still staying strong on RCN or RLC. I really like this company. Let's look at some shit coins. What time is it? Okay, we still have plenty of time. Plenty of time. So we were going to go on KuCoin first. Oh, before I go on KuCoin, let's just check some retailers out, or tech stocks on the weeklies. So tech stock weeklies, check this out, guys. We do have the 20 SMA that's trying to stay strong, but price action wise, look at this bearish retest and just ugly. I cannot wait to short some of this. So we'll see if the strength stays on this one. If we have one more green day before we have another breakdown. AMD over here on the weekly is trying to hold the 20 SMA. So I am a little concerned over here what it's going to do. But overall, if it loses that 20 SMA, aim for this green bar. I am going to aim for this, or I'll aim for it at $40. QCOM is another one. I mean, this is going to be huge. I can't find puts for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need a green day because all these puts for these things that I want, they're so expensive. And I don't want to just buy like one or two. I want to buy like 50 to 100. So yeah, I'm looking for some puts over here because once this channel breaks over here, first you'll look at red, and let's just say red breaks. I mean, you'll be looking for it down over here, $50 to $8. So things can get really bad in the stock market. I mean, things are to points where let's just say we do have more of a crash. We go to about 250 on SPY or 2,500 on regular on SPX. I think then these things will start breaking down pretty bad and they'll be under bad levels. I don't know what a recession is. I never traded stocks back then, but I know this sell volume at 20 SMA line is ugly. And there's levels down here for Microsoft. So we'll be watching Microsoft and seeing how that is going. Let's see. ATVI is another one. ATVI filled its daily gap. I'm going to zoom in on this one for you guys. Daily gap is completely filled. Unless ATVI is going to be going up for this small gap, I would say it's filled. And there's not really much down here. There's this gap, but I don't know how this one would work. Yeah, ATVI might be a little bit strong. I don't understand it, but it's still fairly high, so the options pricing should be reasonable. Roku is losing levels. It broke the trend line that I had on there. It has gaps all the way down to about $34. So we'll see how Roku does, if this was just like an inflated run all the way up over here, even like this pump over here. Marvel. So Marvel pumped up on good earnings, but completely got rejected by the range that we've had drawn for quite some time. Price action popped up to the mid-range. People loaded up on puts. It's coming back on the 20 SMA and holding up, as well as off the bottom range. But keep in mind that one person that still had the lower guidance still sticks, even though the target for everything else is up around over here. So it's going to be one thing or the other. I'm going to see how this plays out. I'm still looking for this thing to tank into May. So I'm hoping by May I can get some profit out of this one, or at least April. It would be great by April. If not, we'll have to look for all-time high plays. Tesla, yeah, def coming down to 470, if not lower. If we go back to the weekly over here on Tesla, I mean, that's a clear top section up there, looks like to me. Unless Tesla does some crazy stuff on Monday. Taleb says Elon Musk on comments on coronavirus. Panic being dumb is what's dumb. All right. I'm sure the stock price is going to crash. Apple. Levels below on the 20 SMA, but volume coming in, so that's a pass. I don't know what Apple does most of the time. TTD, if it loses this 20 SMA once again, I think it's going to come back to this diagonal line, so probably about 160, maybe around 190 first, then come back down. EA Sports, bearish retest. Now, if we flip back over for some reason, I think we're going to continue with this pattern up over here and start heading back up. Comtel, Comtel's trash for right now. It is going to go down, unfortunately. Now, options on Comtel are trash unless they get super in the money. So, the execution on Comtel for options is really hard. Retailers. Dick's Sporting Good, bouncing off the bottom support zone. Great bounce, honestly, too, and it was on lines that we had pre-drawn. I did not play that, though. So, at least up to here, what I would suspect is move up to 39 and see if we can get a bearish retest out of here, or if we're going to recover. Target had a bearish retest as well. Now it's getting underneath the box bearish, with Target having a huge gap below. So, I think Target's going to keep going down. Walmart, I think, will keep going up because everybody keeps going to Walmart. That's kind of nuts. Dollar General, same goes here. They do have a gap below, but we attempted to go down it, but everything's looking strong so far. So if Dollar General can hold up and get over 166, you'll see all-time highs for that. Amazon's struggling right now. I remember from last time when I was making money on Amazon that around May is when I got free stock for Amazon, and I accidentally ended up selling it when I should have waited until June. So I'm projecting Amazon to go down just a little bit more. I still have this. This keeps popping up for Borky. Yeah, Starbucks doesn't look good right now. Not so hot. Nobody wants coffee. Chewy. I think Chewy will end up coming down to this lower zone over here at $25. GME. It's trying. It's trying. We might have to hit up Dime and see if they'll have to bounce this position. Some short-term calls doesn't look bad, actually. I was assuming Porky got wrecked. Maybe. Might have been doing a little crazy shit. I don't know, though. Might just be busy with school. Pizza Hut, great fall off the Bears wedge or falling, rising wedge over here. Not much to play over here. Options are super high. I've been telling you guys to short the shit out of Domino's Pizza once it ran up 30%. So that was the play on this one. That was just the world's easiest short. We're gonna look for a gap fill on Domino's Pizza. So far the price is down about 15%. So you should be looking for a reaction over here. So probably would say 340, probably get back in for puts and look to aim for around this 306 level. If this 306 level breaks further, then obviously there's lower zones, but these are the two reactionary zone levels that we had drawn earlier on previous streams. And if you guys want to retweet this again, I'm going to retweet it. Actually, I keep forgetting to sometimes. Let me do it. Oh, look, I love stocks. Yo, if you guys trade stocks, give her a follow. She's really smart. She does her thing on Twitter. Super cool. Super cool. Dude, this was hilarious. Alright, where were we? I don't even know where we were. Okay, XAR. Cracker Barrel. Old people get sick. Price go down. New lows for Cracker Barrel. I've been saying this about Cracker Barrel before everybody got sick. Just because, oh my god, look at this aggressive 20 SMA cut. So you're looking at Cracker Barrel to come down to at least about 105. So I'm going to try to find some OTM puts for like June or maybe even next year. So the next year play that I'm doing that I think is going to do really good is Ford. So Ford is at a pretty important low level. Ford breaks down over here. I have some puts covering me for safety for $5. So I have $5 puts covering me. But what my plan over here is that, so let's just say price does reach about $5.30 over here. My puts are for $5, so I'll probably end up getting money around there. And let's just say it goes lower about to 450. I don't think it'll go lower than 450, but what I'm looking for is a rebound back up to over here. And this whole time, as price action goes down and my puts get into profit, I'm going to be tossing all my put money into those yearly option calls that I have for Ford. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Let me open up Cheddar Float real quick. Go over some interesting order flow from, let me just show you the one that I got too. HackermanAce@gmail.com if you guys got any sponsor offers. VIX calls still coming through for $55. IWM short-term calls coming through, so kind of looks like things are going to pump. Just to pay attention to IWM a little bit. Yeah, I mean, candle looks bad, but it's trying to flip over the zone, and it's not going to be that easy to break this box over here. So, maybe a little bounce. The dates I'm looking forward to right now are June and May. So those are the option dates that I'm really interested in. Where are these and where are these guys going? What are they doing? We can check some yearlies too, but the problem with yearlies is that it's not that easy to play yearlies, and things work a little bit different on the yearlies. Yeah. So, like, this guy came through again, and bought Ford, 121.22. So he bought even further out for 6.5 calls, for 93 cents. So this is something that I'd want to look at and keep an eye out on and see if this guy's going to be making any money on this one. So I'm going to be looking for this one. I'm actually going to save this one. Save as. F calls. Okay. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one. I'll be planning to scale into this one as well. The whole thing with this is that I'm trying to make a lot of money on something yearly, which I'm willing to hold. This guy's another crazy guy. 121, $15 XOP calls. I don't know if you guys have been watching XOP, but it's been tanking horribly. Look at that. So he's aiming $15, which is up here. Or 16, either or. Any kind of price recovery over here. I mean, I'm so sad I didn't short up here. That would have been so nice. Yeah, do you guys got any tickers? I think we're pretty much wrapping it up at this point. I think I've gone over a lot of things. Not too many cryptos since we're waiting on Bitcoin's move. That's the biggest problem there is Bitcoin. We really need this sucker to start reversing back up. I just do not play longs on altcoins unless they're altcoins that are liquid on Bitcoin or I don't play longs on altcoins when Bitcoin's price action is going down, and the only altcoins that are worth playing that point would be illiquid ones that don't move, like the ones on KuCoin I have, or like this DNA one. But even this DNA one's like probably gonna go ahead and suffer on this move as well. So that's why I have some bids ready, probably around these points over here and over here. I don't know the exact numbers of where I have them set. But this is not looking good for Bitcoin. So watch out below for right now. It needs to recover and push back over 89. mRNA and Guild. Yeah, we can check those before. mRNA. Moderna's ripping. What is this? The cure for? Is this the cure? Man, Moderna's weekly. That's like the people who are making money off of INO and just really killing it. I don't know which person made me draw this wedge, but somebody made me draw this wedge, and man, talk about that rip. This sucker. Oof. Human vaccine trials will start in April. Can you please look at TLS Telstra? I think you asked me this one before. Ew, that's not good. That's a bearish retest over there on that one, so it really needs to flip back over, but the 20 SMA is cutting on the daily as well. So rise of right now, this one doesn't look too hot. We can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's not looking too good. It really needs to flip back over. I like the volume on the dump of this. So it is a possibility that this could be a bottom if it holds 350, 34. I would say 340 to be safe. But right now the problem is going to be this 20 SMA if it's going to flip to 365 and go for this upper gap. But as we have this pattern drawn, I think I drew this for you. But we broke down. That's not good. That's just the start of the pattern right now. Yeah, man. Guild, I can check that one too. These stop blaze, I hate these. But nice pop on Guild. This could be the beginning of Guild. Might even go to about 97. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will be back on Tuesday. Let me just let you guys know my schedule for this coming week. So today is the 7th. I will be back. Actually, I might even be live on Monday, but we will definitely be live on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, I believe. No, I'm not going to be live on Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be live. Tuesday is going to be the Open Interest Tuesdays. Wednesday will be with Bagsy. I have a guest coming on the 17th, which is going to be Cheddarflow. I'll be making the announcement for that one shortly. And we are trying to schedule in some more interesting characters in for Wednesday the following week. And then I think probably around the end of March or the beginning of April, we're going to try to get Go Charting on as well. So definitely keep a lookout. We're going to have a bunch of people hopping on shortly, either on Bagsies and iStream or my channel in general. Alright, thank you guys, and catch you later.